Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts. I'm your host, Rudo, joined by AJ Hafley. Be answering a bunch of your questions today. Before we do that, really quickly, Oscar Olausson did sign his ELC today. Not a huge surprise. First rounders generally do that very, very quickly. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We have Blaze Hunter back on the show joining us today.
Oh, hello.
Just in time.
I'm not even prepared.
You don't need to be prepared for a question show.
For Q&A shows, I don't know any of the questions either. Rudo pulls them and then just drops them on me, and we just have to figure it out.
You guys just go. It's first time hearing them. Real quick, though, AJ, Olausson, do you expect him to stay in Sweden even with signing his ELC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, for anybody that's curious, and it sucks I can't be on Twitter to explain this, because I know a lot of people get confused about some of this stuff. But I expect he'll probably stay in Europe. The ELC won't start. It'll slide for the year, and then all this does is give him the bonus money. They put that in his pocket right now.
Yep.
Basically, hey, you signed, and here's $90,000. Have fun.
All right.
It's like an early attaboy. Like, hey, we really liked you in the first round pick. Wasn't indication enough of that. Here's $90,000 in your pocket. Go have fun. Spend wisely, sir.
Enjoy the $90,000.
Yeah.
That's like a big chunk of the yacht fund right there.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, $22 million for our yacht, man. $90,000 is still a long way to go.
It's a lot closer than we are today, though. That's all I'm saying.
Tell you what, if he hopped onto the show and he gave us that signing bonus, he gave us that $90,000, we'd be very excited, but we would still have a long way to go.
I think the vast majority of that would end up not going to the yacht, probably. But
I don't know, man. I would fight some people. I'd be like, "That's ours.
It's yacht, buddy." All right. Let's get into our questions. Our first one is actually similar to the super chat from Jacob, so that works out well. Thank you, Jacob. When healthy and on, is Darcy a top 5 goalie? And a question we got from Sasha as well. Will Kuemper win the Vezina this year? He also wants to be our first mate on the yacht, by the way.
We could probably work on something like that.
So, Kuemper, is he a top 5 goalie, yes or no?
As of today.
As of today, when healthy.
When healthy? I mean, I think he is. Watching him play behind a team that's just horrible at defense, he stole some games. So I don't see how him getting an improvement of a team in front of him that he's going to regress unless he's just not busy enough, and that's his game, is being busy on the puck. I think he's going to just bloom this year. I think he's going to be top 5 this year for sure.
All right. AJ nodding his head in agreement.
He's my pick for Vezina.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
AJ not beating around the bush with this one.
Yep.
Going
Are you
right
going to put money on that, AJ?
Yep.
Going to throw down on?
I'll bet you get good odds on that.
Absolutely, I'll put money on it. When DraftKings Sportsbook rolls those out, I'll throw money on that, no problem.
I like that. I did Jokic last year, and that paid off well. I'll do a Darcy one.
Yeah. Some good bets. Some good bets on Colorado sports right now.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I'm glad we have Blaze on the show for this one. Eddie asks, if you had to change the Avs color scheme to anything on the planet, what would you change it to?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Could be any colors in the world.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I'm as you can tell, I'm a fan of black. Black, a true designer that everyone's like, I love experiencing color. I love black and white.
Just black.
Just black. Black on black.
Big LA Kings jersey fan. Got it.
Yep.
We found the real Hot Topic fan.
Oh yeah, true. True. There you go. Blaze definitely spent time in Hot Topic growing up.
Turns out it wasn't sickness. It was Blaze.
I I kept them afloat there, late 90s. So
There you go. Lock it up. Black
AJ, how about you?
I don't give a shit.
Rudo?
I wouldn't do what they did to the numbers, I'll tell you that much. Just turn it back to the old numbers and I'm happy. What have you seen the new numbers plays? What did you think of them?
I mean, congratulations. We've got blue pants for another year at least.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a change. Again, this is a topic that we've talked about before. I'm actually a fan of the blue pants, so I'm the guy out here.
All right. There you go. AJ's change can be burgundy pants on the aways, and that's it. No color change, just a pants change.
Blue and orange. Do all teams blue and orange in
just
Denver.
Commit everyone to blue and orange.
I always thought that would be cool, right? Your team, it's just this is our state, these are our colors. Every team has some version of those colors.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be dope.
All right.
So.
I don't.
I mean,
blue and orange to be perfectly honest with you, but
cities already use naming themes when they name their teams.
Very true.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at all the teams in Colorado, and they all make sense from a
locality thing.
Yeah, from a Colorado perspective.
Yeah.
And then you look at Houston. It's the space city, and then everything there.
Get the Astros,
the Rockets, the Comets, the Astros, the Dynamo, the Arrows. It was all. That's all that
Oilers,
stuff was.
the Houston Oilers.
Yeah, well, that's what. I mean, that made plenty of sense too. It just didn't fit. Sure. It didn't fit the Space City theme.
And then they kicked them out.
Yeah, and that's why they were "Get out!
Get out of here!"
And then they went with the Texans, which
that's one of the worst names in sports.
Bro. Yeah, God.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Let's see. Go to a next question. All right. Since it's the off season and you're not the subject of McKinnon's ire, what is your favorite pizza? Toppings, crust, and everything.
Lose fans on this.
Oh boy, here we go. I'll go first. I absolutely love bacon and onion pizza. It's so good. You can't mess up pizza. I will eat just about anything on pizza, but bacon and onion. Mwah. Both of you don't want to answer? Yeah, go ahead.
No. I mean, mine's a thin crust. And then definitely sausage, bacon, and garlic.
Okay.
Boom.
Not a big thin crust fan, but I can get behind the rest of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just losing value on my pizza with thin crust.
See, this has always been my argument because thin crust is my favorite, but you should absolutely pay less for thin crust. It's just physically, it is less pizza. Why is the price the same? This is so stupid. It legitimately annoys me. It has always bothered me. As somebody who spent $70 on pizza yesterday, it just drove like a little stake in my heart. Just oh my God. No, mine is thin crust. Just cheese pizza, baby.
Is it still tomato sauce, or do you get white sauce with cheese pizza?
Well, so I get the heartburn now that I've gotten older.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, this is what somebody always says. The crust isn't the cost. Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, I understand that, but it is physically less pizza, and I pay the same price for it, and it just doesn't feel good. Okay? I understand. Anyway, just cheese pizza for me. Just a thin crust, just like a New York slice of cheese pizza.
All right, pineapple is one thing, chat, but have you seen that picture floating around the internet of kiwi on pizza? I think we can all agree that that's unacceptable.
Oh.
I would try it.
I would try it, but I would not expect anything good to come out of it.
You never know, man. I did not expect to think that peanut butter on a burger was good, and that ended up being fantastic. So
If you say so.
you never know, man. You just never know.
All right. What is one of your favorite moments during the old rivalry between Colorado and Detroit? A lot of good options here.
Like the on ice or off ice stuff?
Whatever you want.
I just remember back in the day when it was like, I think it was KBPI, the radio station, and they were doing bets with the other radio station up in Detroit. And then
KBPI
when
rocks the Rockies.
Yeah, and when they would lose, what they would do, during the playoffs, I think, was they would put basically the other team's jersey on the person and make them walk through the street. And it was an Avs guy walking through the street of Detroit and was just getting heckled walking down the street, and you could hear it as he's walking. These guys are getting closer and just railing on him. It was amazing. Or them calling the players at the hotel, which was another great skit in the middle of the night to try to wake them up.
All right. I don't know if I can top that one for off the ice. But AJ, do you have one?
Goalie fights. What the fuck?
I was gonna say Wall versus
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And I'm including in goalie fights. I'm including Dominic Hasek skating all the way down, and then tripping on the stick, and then the referees bailing him out.
Yeah. That counts as a fight.
Goalie fights. What in the world?
It's tough to top the goalie fights for sure. I mean, I don't think I could do any better. Sure, you have the brawl in Hockey Town, always good.
I hate that. I hate that moment.
Yeah.
I hate it. It was such cowardly nonsense.
To wait till they get home to
they wait to get Detroit. Everybody's somebody's gonna some nonsense is gonna go down the first time they play each other. They play in Denver, and Detroit's just a bunch of choir boys. Just about, oh no, we would never do anything like that. And then they wait, and then they get up into Detroit. And all of a sudden, they're a bunch of tough guys. No, they can all go fuck themselves. All of that shit was coward shit. I even told this to Chris Draper to his face when I first met him. Straight coward shit. All of them should be embarrassed about that nonsense. You're gonna act all tough, and then you're gonna wait, and when you're in front of your home fans, nonsense. You're either gonna be about it or you're not, and that was garbage. The romanticism of that night blows me away. It's such cowardly nonsense.
All right, AJ with some strong feelings on that one. Yeah. If you don't want to be a coward, maybe head on over to DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up. Right now, you can still win $100 if you bet $1 on any event in the Olympics if the America medals. If the U.S. medals, there you go. There you go, Rudo. Jump on it. You have to be a new account. Has to use code DNVR when you sign up to get this opportunity. But it's worth it because, turning $1 into $100 in free bets is kind of a great deal. So definitely want to jump on that. Pick, again, any event that you think America is going to medal in. There's still a handful of events left to go, quite a few. So, jump on it, get yourself some money. And then once you have $100, you can make bets on whatever you want. You want to put Kuemper for the Vezina, go for it, go wild. You want to bet on basketball, football, baseball, you name it, anything under the sun. You can get your money's worth with DraftKings Sportsbook. Super easy to use. Download that top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code DNVR when you sign up to turn $1 into $100 in those free credits. Again, if America wins a medal in the event you bet on. Limited time only. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And then, when you want to make a little bit of extra cash so you can bet more on DraftKings, hit up the Ball Corporation. They got you all hooked up today. And going forward, they have been recruiting here in Colorado, in Golden specifically, for their plant. They work with aluminum cans, but they do other stuff as well, including some aerospace engineering and things like that. They pay a living wage. They really take care of their employees with good benefits and all of that stuff. So it's a great place to work. Highly recommend you check it out. You can either go to jobs.ball.com or text Golden to 77222 to hit them up, get your application started, jump on it. Why not do it? It's a good way to make a ton of money, especially if you're looking to get back into things as we're still dealing with coming out of the pandemic. You know how it is. Sometimes it can be tough out there. And then when you're making money, maybe give us a little bit of money. Hit up DNVR, get an annual subscription membership right now. If you do that and use our Broncos code, that's Camp 2021, you get a $60 gift card to the DNVR locker alongside an annual membership. So that's essentially you just get an annual membership for buying a $60 gift card because that's the price of an annual membership. And then you can buy some shirts made by this guy in D-Line. So jump on it, go get some cool shirts, support us, enjoy all of our content. You know how it goes. All right, second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's see. Let's find another good question here. You can show a non-hockey fan one Avs game to make them a fan for life. Just the game, no celebrations. Which game are you choosing and why?
Boy.
Yeah.
In like Avs history?
Forsberg hat trick comeback game?
No, because they had to sit through 2 periods of bullshit.
What about the Kadri scoring with 0.01 seconds left?
That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
You had to sit through 2 periods of bullshit.
That's true. AJ's looking for like a high-scoring, high-flying game here.
Boy, he's digging deep on this one. You can tell.
He's like trying to.
You've got one shot to convince somebody.
Yeah.
I think it might be game 82.
Ooh,
yeah.
Because I mean, just the intensity of the arena. Everybody wanted it bad.
You get to sneak the celebration in because they do it before the game's over. Technically,
yeah, because they have a dog pile on the at center ice with 4 minutes to play. Yeah, no, I mean that's a game 82 was just it was a really good hockey game. On top of everything else, it was a really good game. Game 6, the 96 Western Conference Finals. That would have also. I mean, that series was great.
A lot of the chat saying the Cars first game would be a good one too.
Yeah, I mean, there was if
you broke your mic or something.
Can you hear me?
You're like a total robot, Blaze. You gotta like unplug and replug or something.
I was like, I don't think that's me.
That's a new one. Never experienced that one before.
Yeah, I have never done that. I like the thing with the Makar is that a person who's never watched an Avs game before isn't going to understand why that was important. They're not gonna get like the hype on that.
There was so much energy in the building. Like even watching it on TV, you could tell it was something special.
Yeah, but somebody who's never watched a hockey game before, like this is your chance to turn them into a hockey fan. Like you've got to think about it from a perspective, not from a perspective of where we all know what's going on, right? Like I don't know that as another the game 4 in '96 against Chicago. That was also a really good series, really underrated series.
All right, I think we fixed it.
Can you hear me now?
Oh my god,
much better.
Yeah, my headphones died.
Okay.
They don't last long enough.
I see.
You sound so different when you're not a robot.
Okay. We had one more super chat from Jacob. Thank you. He wanted to know what Draper said when you told him that was weak to his face.
I think that'll probably stay between Chris and myself.
Draper.
It was more or less along the lines of, "Okay, pal."
All right. Let's.
That whole conversation started because I made a joke because I walked by him and I was like, "Oh, I managed to walk by you and you didn't slew foot me in the process. Are you okay?" And he was like, "Who are you?" And then we did the introductions, and then things got polite, and then I was like, the brawl in Hockeytown was bullshit, and he was like, "I'm leaving this conversation." It was very aggressive from my standpoint.
All right. A question from Morgan here. If you were to assign players to 3 boy bands, not based on appearance or size, just vibes, what would they be and why?
Wait, what? To 3 boy bands?
Correct.
So 3 players to 3 bands?
I don't know. It just says if you were to assign players to 3 boy bands. It doesn't get more specific than that.
Okay, well she's chilling in our chat. So is this like 2 specific boy bands that we know of?
Or are we creating new ones?
Yeah, or are we just making a generic 90s 5-man boy band here? Like, am I trying to recreate 5? Am I trying to recreate the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, New Kids on the Block, LFO? Like, what's happening here?
Well, obviously, Jostie's going to NSYNC, right?
Dude, yeah, like Tyson Jost is obviously in one of these boy bands. I just want to know which one I need to assign him to.
Thank you for the super chat, Sasha. Yeah, we can figure out a way to make you first mate. We talked at the start of the show a little bit about that. Morgan just says yes. Any existing one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up.
Landon's going to 98 degrees.
Oof, all right. Well, y'all think about this. We do have Jacob Hill asking, why aren't Pierre Lacroix or Pierre Turgeon in the Hall of Fame?
Great question. Mostly because people are stupid.
I'm confident Lacroix will get in posthumously eventually. I don't know when, though. Turgeon should be in already.
Turgeon should have been in so long ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So
There we go.
I've got Jost, Kuemper, Burakovsky, Landeskog, and Rantanen are in sync.
All right. Berkey's a little weird there. The rest I can totally see.
And then I've got Makar, Gerard, Murray, Byram, and Kuemper. They're the Backstreet Boys.
All right. That's you need a third.
Let's see here. Okay. I'm going with Frankie, Kaut, New Hook.
What?
I want a scary guy in my band, so I'm going with Nuke.
Oh, no way. Kadri's got to be the bad boy.
And then, you're right. You're right. Kadri's my bad boy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going EJ, and they can be 5.
You always got to have like the older statesman in the boy band, right? Like,
Yep. The one who's seen
that's
some
me.
shit.
Yeah, the one that's seen some shit.
Team Dad.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. They're 5.
Any arguments placed with those?
No,
answers?
those are perfect. I was hoping for like a New Kids on the Block, like really bring it back to, the roots of the boy band.
I think
The
Brad
modern
Francis
day
is right. Nuke is the roadie and the bouncer, and there's their security.
Oh.
Yeah, the only way we could get Evan interested in this is if we had to pick players to be characters on Always Sunny.
True. Yeah.
Oh man, I think he's probably already got that all defined out.
Yeah, he's got that on lock for sure. He wouldn't need any time to think about that.
He's like, okay, here we go, guys.
Let me see. Somebody with the way that Devon Taves is all over social media, somebody needs to tell him I just put him in a boy band.
Did we put McKinnon in one? I've forgotten already.
No.
All right, yeah.
No.
He could be in his own band called Chickpeas Only or something.
He could be. It would have to be like. It would have to be like. It would have to be McKinnon and Barry, and they can be Salt and Pepper.
Do you think we can find out who McKinnon's personal chef is and have him on the show?
Oh,
Like
that'd be great.
cooking segment.
That'd be fun. That would be fun. McKinnon would veto that so hard.
Welcome to DNVR Cooks, and today we're learning how to make chickpea pasta.
Oh, Lord.
We could do it at the bar.
Nah, true. Get on it. Someone who
That'd
knows
be fun.
McKinnon chef, hit us up.
Yes,
Yeah, that'd be a fun show.
that would be awesome.
All right. One more of this segment. If you could take any player from the 2001 Avalanche team and add him to the current roster, who would it be and why?
Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, Chris Drury, Patrick Waugh, pick one. Ray Bork, Rob Blake. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. Is there
There's
a
a
wrong
whole
answer?
starting lineup of Hall of Famers there. I didn't even get to Tanguay or Hayduk. If we're trying to fill in the holes of the current roster, it's Tanguay, right? Because then he could be that left wing.
Just feed pucks to Berkey on the second line all day.
But it's like, how do you not take like, really, it's got to be Patrick Waugh. Like, that's the actual answer. No questions about Darcy Kuemper at that point. I don't give a shit if he's winning the Vezina this year. It's Patrick Waugh. Like, what the hell are we
real
doing
tempted
here?
to take Forsberg, but yeah, it's got to be Waugh.
I mean,
that's
the case for Sakic too, with the clutch scoring.
Well, and like between either one of those guys, and you've got the two centers with McKinnon and then Sakic, or McKinnon and then Forsberg. And look, there's a real curiosity about putting Forsberg on that left wing next to McKinnon and Rantanen. Where I would just be like, just try it. Just try it.
The world's
try it.
bulkiest line.
Oh my god!
Just try it. Please, just try it.
They all have to perform a reverse hit on the same shift.
Look, that would be like an NHL hits
Straight up.
accomplishment.
Straight up.
Yeah. I mean, like, from a hockey perspective, like, it's got to be Patrick Waugh. Like, that's the weakness on the current roster that you could just drop in with a Hall of Famer.
Are you talking about the Vezina Trophy winner of next year?
Yeah. But I mean, like, between Bork at Foot and Blake on defense, like, Adam Foot is exactly what this group needs.
Yep.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
they don't make them like that
anymore. We have to take Forsberg because the Forsberg, McKinnon, Rantanen line, you know what that line's nickname would be? It'd be the Manscaped line, obviously. Head on over to Manscaped. Get 20% off with code DNVR20. I believe it's just code DNVR. You get 20% off with and free shipping on the Perfect Package 4.0. You can get the lawnmower trimmer. Use that to tidy everything up, both below and above the belt, as well as a bunch of other amazing products to take care of your entire body, whether it be breast mints, face shavers, deodorant, toner, you name it. They got you covered. Get yourself looking like Forsberg or McKinnon or Rantanen, whichever one you find the most attractive. I'll let you decide. Manscape it up. Also, go to Illegal Pete's. Get yourself an amazing burrito just a couple blocks down from the DNVR bar. You can jump on that and get delicious burritos. I really like their breakfast burrito. I always recommend it. The steak and potatoes is amazing, but all of their burritos are great depending on what you're into. They have amazing queso. They have house margaritas as well, and they're still running their promotion where if you bring in a ticket from any same-day event in Colorado, they will give you some free stuff to boot. So check out Illegal Pete's today, and then skip on over to the Colorado XOs out in Infinity Park in Glendale. They're doing all sorts of rugby stuff. It's still the USA home for rugby as the men's and women's 15 teams do practice there. Lots of events going on as well. They have for all summer long. They're doing TV and not TV, movie watch-alongs. I believe the first one is actually coming up. Not the first one. The next one is actually coming up this weekend. So be sure to get in on that. Super cheap, awesome little event. Kids get in for just $5 as well. And they have a Rugby Sevens tournament coming up starting August 20th. So jump on it, check them out, go see some cool events, and have a good time out at Infinity Park in Glendale. All right, a couple more super chats here. Thank you very much, guys. Avs players as Simpsons characters.
I'm out.
This is right up Blaze's alley. I can tell already. He's giggling over there.
You're muted.
Yeah, you got to unmute yourself, bud.
All right. Yeah. Just making sure no, random dog or kid screams while you're reading the promos.
That's the best part of the show right there.
We had somebody tell us today that they have to stop listening to the pod when driving because the
Police
the sirens in the background. They think that the sirens are actually near them, and so I've been trying to be vigilant about that today.
Are you in a high crime area in Canada?
Right next to the station.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fun. Like all times of the day. Sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, Homer is obviously McKinnon, right? Like explosive temper, like the star of the show.
I'll buy it.
Drools a lot.
Drools a lot. The only one problem there is Homer loves sugar. So, I mean, that's the one drawback. I don't know. I can
That's
keep
true.
going. Yeah.
Yeah. If you got more, a lot of Tyson Jost takes in the chat right now.
Ooh, why?
Rod Flanders and Krusty have been compared to Jost.
Who's the bad boy of the Avs? Is that
Curtis McDermott.
Yeah.
So he's Bart.
Look, I will be the world's biggest Curtis McDermott fan if he tells somebody to eat his shorts.
Thank you for the super chats, Carrie. Yeah, we're not saying mean, we're saying meme. Your super chats are memes. We're on to you, bud.
Yeah.
Of course, your mean chats are probably a meme too. You probably got me with that, but that's all right. Anyway, yeah, I don't know who else would be there. I feel like Jost would be Lisa almost.
Yeah.
Follows all the rules. Little bit of a goody two shoes.
Yeah. Who else? What do we got here? Marge. Who's Marge?
I have no idea.
Is it EJ? Keeps everyone in line.
Yeah, that actually makes
Teen
sense.
Mom.
That's a good
Teen
one
Mom.
for sure. Yeah.
I do like the who's Ned Flanders. I don't think that's Joe Steve. AJ, know any Ned Flanders?
I don't know. I don't know The Simpsons. I don't know anything about The Simpsons.
Super nice guy. Naive. Bednar's Mr. Burns. That's awesome.
Mr. Burns has to be cronky, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's find another question here.
Sorry, it's just not my thing.
No, you're good. You're good. Who will be a bigger impact, Newhook or Byram?
Byram.
All right, slam dunk it. What is the most memorable sporting event? This is Game 7, 2001, by a lot.
Okay. What was the rest of the question?
The most memorable sporting event, Game 163 for the Rockies, Game 7, 2001, or the 2010 gold medal for Canada?
The just sporting event of our lifetime?
Just most memorable sporting event you've ever watched.
Ever watched. Doesn't have to be live?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean... for me, I would say number one is Mario's Miracle, 2008 Kansas Jayhawks against Memphis, the comeback against Memphis.
Not on the list, but good answer.
Number two is probably Super Bowl 50. And then 2001 Game 7, and then Super Bowl 32, and then Super Bowl 33, and then 96 Game 4.
Wow.
Quite a list.
Yeah. Do you remember like all those, like exactly what happened in each one of those games?
Yeah.
Unreal.
I mean, it's what? Those are all championship games.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Those are all games where the team that I was rooting for won their championship. So, yeah. I mean, I remember where I was, what I was doing, who I was with. All of that stuff. I mean, those are the things that's why we're here.
Yeah.
All right.
2007, basically any of those Rockies games. In that 20 some odd game run. Yeah.
End of the year there. Yeah, that was awesome. That was super fun to watch, just like as a group, just have them the last what was it, like 26 games?
It was 21 of 22, I believe.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Thank you for the super chat, Carrie. Just heard about Darnell Nurse's contract. He signed the $9.25 million AAV. What do you guys think about it? No way he's worth more than Makar.
It's been fun to watch Edmonton media do what Edmonton media does.
Go in.
Yeah. That's a great deal. Darnell Nurse has been amazing. You guys just don't understand his importance. And you guys can post all the nerdy shit that you want that says he's not any good defensively, but he's been so important to them. Yeah, okay. He's super important to them, but he's a one-way player.
Is Cale Makar's agent just spent the last 3 weeks sitting at home going damn it?
Yeah, every time you just see him sitting in the office, and every time one of those
signing scrolls onto his feet.
Yeah. Somebody's his secretary's Darnell Nurse signed for 9.25, and he's just sitting at his desk, and he just goes. Ken Holland, you son of a bitch.
Opening up the window. I just need a breeze in here.
All right. A couple of combined questions here. First of all, if you weren't doing this job, what would you be doing instead right now?
Well, at 2:57 p.m., I would imagine I would probably be working a different job.
I think they were asking for more specifics than that, but all right.
I genuinely don't have an answer for you.
Me either.
My life was directionless and without an abundance of meaning, so I have no idea.
I'd probably be washing dishes somewhere or something like.
I have no idea. It would be some bullshit customer service job where I would be gritting my teeth and trying not to scream at random people in public.
You're a lot closer to having a real job than we are, Blaze. So.
Oh, I mean, I'd be designing, which I am doing.
Easy out for you.
Yeah.
The other question, which, as you can tell from AJ's and I's first answers, is maybe we're not the best models to follow, but how did you guys get into what you do? I'm an aspiring journalist who would love nothing more than covering the Avalanche for a living.
Right place, right time.
Yep.
Also worked my ass off.
Yep.
You want mine? Mine's, I'm a designer and I'm into sports, which is a rarity. So that's kind of how we started. Me and Eric created a company all about being designers that wanted to be in sports that didn't like basically the apparel that was being built for people. So we started doing our own thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm basically in the same boat as AJ. Worked really hard for nothing for a long time. Didn't expect it to go anywhere or anything, and it just kind of happened. Yeah,
wasn't work.
Yep, it was something you did for fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Just had something you wanted to say. You wanted to get something off your chest.
Yep.
Me and Eric's are a little bit different. We used to stand outside all the stadiums trying to hawk gear with all these other crazy people trying to sell T-shirts. Got to hear a lot of crazy things, and also just what can actually sell versus what you think would sell.
There you go. So a little bit of that, just like Blaze did. The one advice I'll say is make sure you put yourself out there. Like, if you never put your shit out there, you'll never have a chance. Sometimes
if you don't ever go and write anything anywhere for anyone just because you really want to, you can't then turn around and get mad that you haven't gotten discovered by anybody.
Yep. There are plenty of ways to do it in Av circles. I know Mile High Hockey, Burgundy Review, both are always looking for people to write stuff for them if you want to get out there and do that type of thing as like a fan website, or just do it out on your own. I just started my YouTube channel, started posting stuff to Reddit. So,
yep, and that's literally how I got familiar with Rudo, and then I kept my eye on his stuff over the years. And then when there was an opportunity,
I happened to be the guy in the right spot.
I called, and he answered, and that was that. Actually, I probably just DM'd you. I don't like calling people.
Definitely. I don't know if we'd ever had a phone call.
We still don't, dude.
Yeah, we don't ever call each other. We just DM.
Yeah, we don't need that.
All right. Let's see. All right. This one I want to expand more towards the trade deadline than necessarily this current offseason. But do you see Sakic pulling off a trade to add a top 6 or middle 6 winger sometime this year?
Nope.
All right. Slam dunk that one. All right. Look through a couple more of these before we get out of here.
We have a super chat.
Oh, do we? Oh, look at that. Thank you again, Jacob. Lots of super chats today. Just for you, AJ, what character would you play in a Lifetime movie, and why don't the Flyers, I assume that's supposed to be?
I'm assuming it's Oilers.
Oh, it is Oilers. You're right.
I think the Oilers do want to win a cup. They're just trying to do it in 1997.
They don't know how, yeah.
And I wouldn't be in a Lifetime movie because I don't think that a male character has ever been portrayed positively in a Lifetime movie. If I had to be in a Hallmark movie, I don't know that I would pick one because it would feel like killing one of my children or a lot of my children. to pick the other one. So to pick one over the other, I just couldn't do it. There would be a handful though. I could give you a top 5 if you gave me time.
Oh God, we're not going to give him that much time. We'll save that for a Free Skate Friday in the future.
We got to spring it on Evan too, just so he can sit there with that horrified look on his face all show long.
Blaze, are you a Hallmark fan? Yes, no,
No.
More of
my
an
wife
Evan.
watches them like during the holidays, and I just walk in there, and shake my head, and then walk back out.
Yeah, see, watching them in the holidays is the worst time because then you get the same movie all the time.
Yeah.
And I know everybody's like, they're all the same movie, AJ, but like,
no, it's always the Christmas miracle, right? Some tragedy happens, but then like before Christmas comes some goodwill happens, and then everyone's happy at the end.
mm-hmm.
The end.
All right, chat. Do you have any other questions you want to ask? And while those are coming in, who is your prediction for most improved player next season? I'm assuming on the Abs, but you could go with anything if you wanted.
Can I say Connor Timmins? Jeez. You know, I'm going to say JT Confer. Well, instead of most improved, I'm going to go with bounce back from last year.
Yes.
Most improved from last year, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go just new hook, just because he's going to start blossoming this year.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance that dude could go off.
Yeah.
Quick, do we have a baseline of expectations for the three of us for new hook?
I'm
Like,
trying to keep them low, but he's got to give you 35 points, right? If he's going to start on the second line.
Yeah, if he's on that second line, I'm going higher than that. I'm going to go like 40, 45.
That's what I want to see, but I've tried to keep my expectations low.
AJ?
See.
AJ's going to say like 60 or something.
I hope he's right.
I think it's more like 20.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Award predictions, we're going to save those for a later show in the offseason because we have a month to get through here. But Thank you for the super chat.
Can't do that on August 6th and then turn around and do it again on October 6th.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Who's your favorite chatter of all time? You're all our favorites. We love all of you. Where do you order pizza from, AJ? What's your
the place that I got pizza yesterday was called Wall Street Slice. It was really good, but holy shit, is it expensive?
Yeah, that's the one that you're telling me was like a $70 pizza or something insane?
Yeah, we got a full pizza. We got a full 18-inch pizza, and then we got 4 slices because we were having the pizza for dinner, and then we got 4 slices for lunch. And then we got garlic knots and 2 drinks, and the whole thing was $70.
Wow, for pizza.
Yeah. And it was like, Jesus. So, woof. It was great, though. Like, it was legitimate. Like, I've eaten a lot of white pizza in my day because I really like white pizzas. It was probably the best white pizza I've ever had.
Nice.
So worth the money.
Yeah, and like somebody else made that Wall Street joke, but I'm assuming that it's called Wall Street because it's actually on Wall Street. Like, it's
Makes
just
sense.
it's
Adds
just a
up.
street.
Yep.
And they just called it Wall Street Slice, and it's so good.
Any
Yeah,
more?
70 Canadian. Yes, it is 70 Canadian dollars, and even then, that's still what, like 55 real dollars. Oh my god, dude.
Real dollars! I love it.
Any of y'all interested in going to a Rockies game? I'm always down to go to Coors Field.
Yeah.
I don't know if AJ's still boycotting, but
Nope. Hard out. Y'all enjoy. I'll go to McGregor Square and check that shit out. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Not going to a Rockies game. You know where I will go? I'll go to a Gold Eyes game.
I have no Twitter DMs. other than like the one chat channel that I'm in, I guess.
Check your message requests.
I did. There's nothing in there.
Shit.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't see anything in my DMs. But DeBrusque or Beauvillier? AJ's picking Beauvillier there.
Yep. Yeah. I think before last year it would have been a really interesting conversation, but the year that they had, yep.
All right. There you go. AJ, you can go to a Bomber game instead of a Rockies game.
Oh, just in case I hated myself? No, I'm good.
You can root for the other team. It's fine.
I don't want to. I don't. Look, it's been the sports are just starting to open back up in Canada. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that shows up at a Bomber game wearing a watermelon helmet, all decked out in green, going, rooting for the Riders, and making the experience miserable for others, and making people be like, maybe quarantine wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Let me know if you want to go to a game, Sasha. I'm down for whatever. TV shows? I haven't watched any TV shows in a minute.
I worked my way through all 5 seasons of Working Moms. And despite not relating to obviously any of it, it was well written and very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
I watched that with my wife, and also, what was the other? Teachers? She's a school teacher. She thought that one was hilarious as well.
All right. Better recommendations than me, I guess.
Oh, and then I've been binging Yellowstone. But
too violent.
Yeah, it is.
I say that, but it's like I really like I will enjoy violent stuff, but I just have to pick my spots with it. There are certain things that I just can't do because the tone or
Sure.
I have to pick my spots because I soak up the energy around me like crazy. And
okay. Yeah.
if it's too violent or too depressing, then I get into that mindset, and it's just
You need nonsensical violence, like
yeah, exactly, like John Wick. Like
there you go.
I'll watch John Wick all day. It's great. He just smokes people, and you're like, all right. Ted Lasso is awesome. Ted Lasso season 1 was one of the most refreshing things that I've seen in television in many, many, many years. And I haven't touched season 2. I don't know if it's coming out every week. So I assumed that was the case. And so I was going to wait for all of season 2 to be finished, and then I'll go watch it all at the same time. Yeah. I don't do that week by week shit anymore. I only binge. I do it on my schedule. And that show, what I love about that show, like so much of media is now like well, look what happened to the DC movies where they made like one gritty movie, or I guess the 3 gritty Batman movies, and then DC was like, we're gritty now. And now they're trying to do everything they can to break out of that box. And it was really dark, and then Marvel was like too goofy on the other side. And there wasn't like a happy medium where you could feel good about any of it. And everything was always cynical all the time. Everything was always cynical and always, I don't know. A lot of media just makes me feel bad about like the world. And that's not to say that there aren't bad things in the world and that there aren't a lot of things that we could be doing to make it all better. But a lot of the media that I consume just makes me feel not great. And Ted Lasso was the exact opposite. It was uplifting. It was inspiring. It was incredibly feel good in ways that you just didn't expect. It was heartwarming. I mean, the darts scene alone in season, like that scene, I watch it on YouTube like regularly because I love the philosophy behind it. The theory of you just be curious, ask questions, be curious about life, be curious about the people around you. And I thought that it was, I don't know. It resonated with me on a like a legitimately deep level. Everything about Ted Lasso was great. It was great and lovable.
I tweeted out like right after I binge watched the whole first season that Ted Lasso was wonderful, and then Jason Sudeikis like tweeted back at me like, "Thanks, man, love it." Like it was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" Like he's like engaged in what people are talking about with Ted Lasso. It was incredible. It was awesome.
They have to know, like they have to know that they like. I had no expectations. Like Ted Lasso was like a meme like 5 years ago when they were trying to advertise Premier League soccer on NBC. It was a joke, and then they turned it into a real show, and the show just ended up being incredibly charming.
Yeah.
And it made me feel good. I thought the episode where he gets set up with the sports writer, and the sports writer is a dick, and he's going to tear them all down, and it's going to be. And then you listen to the monologue as they read the article at the end of the episode, and I just thought that was great. I thought that was a great that kind of defined the series, that monologue.
Yeah,
and I thought that it was. I don't know. I love it. I will watch it over and over and over and over again for the rest of my life because it just hit in a way that very few shows can now.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're wrapping up here as we went on a big TV rant there. So it's a good way to end it, I suppose. So thank you for all your questions. We appreciate all y'all. Thank you for watching, listening, however you consume the pod. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday with who knows what at this point in the off season. Hopefully there's some news to talk about, but we'll find something, whether it be Avs related or NHL related or otherwise. So, you can catch us here all the time. Until then, we will talk to you amazing people next time.